Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. Kimberly? YouTube, Kimberly. And Kimberly came in today, and this is the way she dresses normally, which is very retro. And the first thing I said to her is like, you're already a retro girl anyway, you just don't have the hair matching it.
True.
So that's the one thing that's failing at the moment, is everything in your world is retro, except your hair.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do retro hair. So we're gonna do, does that say, oh yeah, that's going well.
Yeah.
Cool. And then yeah, there's old color in here, there's old things going on. So we're gonna do more than one haircut, but we're gonna end up with like short. Nice cute short haircut with the curling iron and the best of the hairsprays to make you look like that very conservative early 80s
Love it.
librarian, sexy conservative librarian that everyone used to love. And the hair, of course, bulletproof with hairspray, so you could like jump in front of Donald Trump and catch the bullet with your hair and save the day. Save the day. If you want to become famous, you could save the day with your hair. Yeah, for the next time it happens, you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
we know it's going to happen again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anyhow, enough about that. By the time I post this, the election will be over. Cool. So the first haircut we're gonna do is just gonna be longer layers, coif,
Huge.
and then we're gonna do another haircut after that.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, the continuity happened. Your shirt just changed. It's like, what happened?
It's getting so hot.
Yeah, you're like, oh, can I take this off? And I said, yeah, sure, that'll be bad for continuity, but go for it.
Be memorable, hey?
Yeah. And we said the pink one.
Pink. Let's go color.
Yeah.
And bold colours suit me, so it's all good.
Sorry?
And bold colours suit
Bold
me.
colors suit you? Yeah. Cool. And then we'll come over and wash it. I'll move the camera along and they can follow you to it. How exciting. Bump. Go to that one over there. And you can slide your cool glasses off. Come on over. And I think Broken Social Scene coming out of that was the better, right? Because Broken Social Scene is actually so much better.
I love they just rejected the idea. They could have made so much money.
Yep.
Or they could completely flop, and I guess that's what
Yep.
it was.
Yeah, I like the whole concept of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And then I'm going to look at that picture again that we looked at.
We're going big.
Yeah, we'll do the first one. You sent me the picture of the one you wanted. It was...
It was big, it was bold. It was
That's That's the picture she sent me for her first haircut, and then we're going to go shorter, but it's cute. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Very 80s.
Very 80s. So is that your genre of music, is it? Or are you a bit, as they call
I
it,
like everything.
polyamorous?
I like everything. But yeah, no, I like everything. But I just like the story of Ben also because they're from Toronto and they're not from Canada. He actually lived in Toronto and Halifax, and so did I.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you know the old show, The Trailer Park Boys. You ever see it?
Yeah.
The guy that played, I can't remember his name. I think he played Corey on The Trailer Park. One of the rapper guys.
Mm-hmm.
They were friends in Halifax together. So there's a connection to Len and The Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, because before the Trailer Park Boys was a thing, he was living in Halifax and he was getting together with the local rap community in Halifax, got to know everybody, and the local rap community in Halifax eventually got involved with the Trailer Park Boys. So there's a connection between Len and the Trailer Park Boys, which is pretty cool as well. So it's Canadian. It's no surprise. It's Canadian, you know.
As they say.
Yeah. And I've met Mike Smith because Halifax is small. He's, you know, I hang out with the pubs with him, whatever. I've met him a couple times. He's sometimes he's thrown money our way to go get drunk. You know, we're at the pub hanging around the table, about 10 of us, and he drops like $300 on the table. You guys go and have fun tonight. He's done that kind of stuff for us before. I like him. Nice guy ever. And off camera, they're so different.
But that's nice. I like when people are like mellow and down to earth when they're not in front of the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've not met too many celebrities, but the ones I have,
yeah,
lovely people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who is probably your favourite celebrity you've met?
Oh.
If you had to pick.
Oh, I don't know. But see, I worked on hair on films, and I met people doing hair behind the scenes and whatnot. So I don't get excited over celebrities, things like that. It's just like,
Okay, who was the nicest?
Again, I don't. Because you know what? I like everyone's hair, celebrity or not. There's a lot of people that I like, celebrity or not. Why? Who's your favorite? I think Vivienne Westwood's a good story.
Oh, Vivienne Westwood's an amazing story.
Yeah.
I think the person that kind of stuck with me the most is probably Patrick Stewart.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he'd be next level as well. He'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the fortune of him being in the Royal Shakespeare production in Chichester.
Yeah.
When I was in school, and we got to go see him in Macbeth, and it was stunning.
Yeah.
And amazing.
Yeah.
And we got told specifically we were never going to meet him, and you're going to see the rest of the cast, and you're going to run lines, but you won't meet him.
Yeah.
And then he just like waltzes into the rooms like, hey.
That's the type of person who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Made a complete bum of myself though when I did it.
Yeah, you fumble.
Yeah.
I fumbled. There's one guy I fumbled in front of, which looking back was the funniest thing ever, and I wouldn't change anything about it. Was Eugene Levy.
Oh yeah.
I fumbled in front of him.
I think they find it funny.
Yeah, because the look on his face, "Wah!" He does that right in front of your face.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my! Because what it was, I was working in a high-end house furnishing store.
Yeah.
They had different departments like kitchens and bedrooms and whatnot, really high end. And so he was at plate settings, and I was working plate settings that day. And in this store, we had a love for the movie Waiting for Guffman. So if you went into our break room, we had one of those. This is like probably 30 years ago now, 20 years ago now, when I worked in this store. 25 years ago, let's say. Around 20 years ago, let's say. Well, we had one of those TV VCR combos, and there's only one VCR that was played in there.
Okay.
Waiting for Guffman. And play it, rewind, play it, rewind. So every time you took a break in our lunchroom, Waiting for Guffman. And Eugene Levy's in that. So Eugene Levy was in my area, plate settings, and I went, oh! And I remember he was holding a plate, like doing his like little...
Yeah.
And I just walked over and I said, can I help you find anything? And he went, ah! I nearly dropped the plate. And I went, oh my God, I beelined out, like right out of there. Got right the hell out of there, right away. And then I go to the back and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the girls were laughing. And I go, should I go back out there? And they're like, I wouldn't. So I didn't go back out there. And then looking back, to have him right in front of your face with a plate go, ah! I wouldn't change a thing. I went to the back. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, at first I was like, what did I do? What did I do? And then after, like, I wouldn't change a thing. Because, you know, you try to help him with this, or, you know, oh, this is a nice one, or blah. That's just full of crap anyway. So, oh, what do you think of this one, Mr. Levy? Or, you know, it was like, oh, trying to help this guy with a plate. So that was the best outcome in that scenario. Absolutely, hands down. And then the other SCTV guy I met once was Joe Flaherty.
Okay. And
he's another SCTV cast as well. Because I sat right beside him on a plane once, and this was the best. So, I mean, you know, you're bored, you sit down, he's beside you, and you just, you know, give him a smile, but I didn't talk to him. Yeah. And then, so what happened next? So he's sitting there minding his own business. He's running lines, but I'm not even looking. I don't care what he's reading. I'm not paying attention. For all I know, he could have been auditioning for that golf movie with you know, he played in the golf movie with Happy Gilmore or whatever it was.
Oh, Adam Sandler?
Yeah, Adam Sandler. Yeah. I think it was around that era because he was flying from Toronto to LA. And looking back, it's probably that script was probably Happy Gilmore.
Could have been.
Yeah, but I didn't really pay attention. But what happened next was someone on the plane went up to him with a piece of paper and a pen, And he said, "Hi, Mr. Eugene Levy, can I get your autograph?" And he says, "Sure, but did you want me to sign it, Eugene Levy?" And I started laughing. And the guy went, "Oh," and he got confused because it's Joe Flaherty, not Eugene Levy. So he said, "I'm a big SCTV fan." He's like, "Sure you are." But he was nice, he autographed it. Just funny, he has could you...
I mean, I can pretend.
Yeah. Did you want me to sign it, Eugene Levy? I'm like, that's the funniest thing I ever heard. He's good though. I liked all those SCTV guys. They were quite something. And I think Catherine O'Hara is probably like one of the greatest actors of all time, and she's SCTV alumni. Because her and Eugene Levy in that TV show, the Schitt's Creek.
Oh yeah.
I think it's one of that's just magic. Because those guys have been working together their whole lives.
Yeah, they've
since
each other pretty well.
I think they met around 73. Because I think they all met in, there was a production of Godspell in around 73 in Toronto. I think that's where a lot of them first met.
They would have pretty well though.
Yeah. Yeah, so that friendship goes that far. From what I remember, I think Catherine O'Hara was 17 when Godspell was, all those people were involved in Godspell.
Yeah.
But she wasn't involved in the production. She was just the 17-year-old younger sister, her older sister was, hanging around backstage.
Right.
Just looking for any kind of experience or any way to help. So that was, of course, that's someone who wanted to get involved, right?
Yeah.
So that was her, presence around all that. But you gotta imagine, like Paul Schaefer was the music director.
Yeah.
He moved on, and all the people involved are now moved. A lot of them moved on to do great, amazing things.
Yeah.
And to be even just backstage, like 17-year-old Catherine O'Hara, just be backstage, to be part of that. You wouldn't have known at the time the history that's being made.
Yeah.
But you're just excited to be a part of it. But I think I always thought that was fascinating.
That's why I like reading like some of the biographies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, this is the great thing about not wearing my glasses. I can't see a dang
Good.
thing you are doing.
Mystery haircut.
So more popular.
Yeah. Maybe it's my friend, or maybe it's that goof.
Goof.
No.
All about the goof. Are you loving the thickness?
Yeah. No, as soon as I felt your hair, right away I was like, I want this short. Because there's just a lot of hair on your head. I just want a cool short haircut on you. I was like, I don't know. My first thought was like, I don't know how this girl can handle walking around with all this hair.
Strong neck.
Strong neck, yeah. So going short is the best option for you.
And to think I even had extensions once to thicken my hair.
Yeah. Straight down.
something super relaxing about having your hair done.
Yep.
Name me one person who doesn't like their hair being played with their Mim. Come on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, like these short layered haircuts of the 80s, like we're going now. I'm taking you to the mall. All your hair coming off like this. And then mom after, oh, that's much better.
The thing is, when I have short hair, I look identical to my mother.
Do you?
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture at the end, like, so similar.
Yeah.
Not that I see that as a bad thing, my mum
No.
looks beautiful.
I always say that too. If you look like your mom should be your biggest role model, so if you look like your biggest role model, that should be a good thing, not a bad thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I never understood when people were like, oh my god, I look like my mother. It's like,
Yeah.
and?
I did have one client years ago. It was a mother-daughter. Used to both come to me, and she was only, the daughter was only like 21. Her mother was like, you know, mid-50s.
Yeah.
But the daughter was like blonde hair, blue eye, long hair, highlights, like real pretty 21-year-old girl. You know, you wouldn't change that hair, you keep it long hair.
Yeah.
But her mother was like short sides and back, just long enough on top for the curling iron, pulled it all back and blasted hairspray, very conservative look. So her 21-year-old daughter asked me what she thought if she did her mom's haircut, which would be a very drastic and bold thing to do. And I didn't do it. I ended up giving her a bob because I said that's pretty short. But we'll just do a bob. If you want me to go shorter, we can go shorter. And then so what happened next? Her mom came in for her hair. She says, "Oh, I love my daughter's haircut." I said, yeah, it looks amazing, doesn't it?" I said, "You know what she asked for your haircut?" And she said, "No, I didn't know that." I said, "I think that's how much she looks up to you as a role model."
That's so cute.
And you know why she wanted to cut it short? Because she was about to go meet her boyfriend's family for the first time. And she wanted to leave a good first impression on his family.
Aww.
Yeah. And so when I told her mother that she asked for her haircut, her mom had a little tear, realizing that's how much her daughter looks up to her.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice. But the bob was actually better, to be honest. I mean, I looked at it. She asked me, like, you know, what do you think about doing my mom's haircut? And I said, why? She said, because I want to leave a good impression. But then I'm imagining his boyfriend and her showing up looking like her mother.
And be like, oh.
I thought, why don't we just do a bob? So I wanted to lose a boyfriend over a haircut. Yeah. I think for a boyfriend, that might be a nightmare. It's like, oh my gosh, she looks
A
like
bit
her
too
mom.
much, yeah.
I think it would be, that's why I didn't do it. But it was, yeah, her mom had a little tear when I told her.
Yeah, that's a nice.
She fell in love with her bob.
Did she keep that then?
Yeah, she kept that. It was perpetual from that point on. As soon as I did it, she fell in love. Because it was kind of like, because a bob is more mature looking for a 21-year-old looking to look more like an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the perfect haircut for her.
Exactly what she wanted.
Yeah. I always wonder what happened to her today, because I would have been around 2004. I did that haircut, so it's 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
So maybe, hopefully she's married to that guy. So if she was 21 now, that would make her 41 today. So hopefully she married that guy.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I moved away.
I wonder if she's still wearing the bob.
Who knows? Some grow because they're going to get married. And they want longer hair for their wedding.
Ooh,
You never know.
I don't know if I'm the marrying type.
I don't know. But I've had, you know, husband and wife things, but where the husband loves their wife with the bob, but she won't cut it because she likes long hair. You know, because that happens sometimes. A woman gets a haircut, and then the boyfriend loves it, but she doesn't like it, so she goes it back, and then he's like, "Oh, why'd you get that haircut you used to have?" She's like, "Oh, I hated that haircut."
Yeah.
So I've actually had couples like that, where like she comes for her husband. "Oh, my husband always wants me to get my bob back." I'm like, they don't want to.
That's like my best friend. She has like lovely hair, but it got massively damaged, like with bleach and straightening and not looking after it.
Yeah.
She started going to this regular hairdresser who's like slowly over the years managed to get her to a decent standard, where it's actually a nice length on her.
Yeah.
And and then she had to cut it off because she just got like a little bit of heat damage in the ends and had to take like an inch or two off.
Yeah.
And then her partner, I think it was one of her ex-partners actually, was like, oh, I like it when it's shorter, and she was like, no.
Yep.
Like her whole thing is that she wants long
She
hair.
wants long hair. Yeah, yeah, that happens. I see that a lot. Or sometimes the girl wants short hair, but the boy likes long hair. Or sometimes, you know, the boy wants short hair and they don't. Bye. Enjoy your evening.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a guy comment on my hair like that.
No?
Like they've normally been like, oh, you look pretty, like when I come back from a haircut or whatever, but they don't
Yeah.
really, they're happy to let me do what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, if I was dating you, I think it would just be short. But my current partner right now has long hair.
Oh, same. Yeah.
But when I met her, she was perpetual pixies.
Really?
And then I was the one that got her to grow it. When she was expecting our first baby, was when I got her to grow it. And then by the time the baby was born, it was a bob.
Yeah.
And then when the baby was like a year old, it was long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the baby's first birthday. So that's how, because you know when you're having a baby, you get sort of distracted by all those things that you don't notice your hair.
Yeah.
So when she first got pregnant, I said, why don't you grow your hair long? So 9 months from now, 9 months later, it got to about a bob.
Yeah.
So her hair was finally bobbed after like 20 years of pixie cuts. Like she had pixies since she was, I think she kind of shorter. She's like 19, 20. Super short.
Yeah.
Never grew back. Like she was. You look at pictures of her. Like she looked like Michael J. Fox with short hair in her early 20s. Like I look at pictures of her 20s. Like, oh my god, you're like Michael J. Fox. And you got the same haircut. She's like, yeah. It's like, I used to bring pictures of Michael J. Fox to the hairdresser and say, I want that hair. I'm like, oh my god, she looked like when she had long hair in her high school years. She was pretty, like blonde hair, blue eye, pretty. And then all of a sudden, she's got these Michael J. Fox haircuts. She goes, yeah, I used to love him. And so that was her haircut back then. And then what happened when I met her, she would go to the mall to the cheapest haircutting place and tell them to cut it as short as possible with it still looking good. So they would probably just do like buzz it sides and back with the clippers and then leave it about that long on top. So the haircuts were awful, but she wouldn't get another one for like 9 months. So she has this crappy short haircut for like $25 in the mall or $30 in the mall. And then 9 months later, it just becomes this big shaggy thing. And then she goes back to the mall. So that's what she was doing. When I first met her, I was like, what's with your hair? And then she said she did. I was like, oh.
No wonder.
So I finally started giving her first proper pixie cuts in her life.
Yeah.
So that's what happened next. And then I got her to grow it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've always been with the guys with long hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to have long hair too, like high school years. Look at this though. All that shaggy, short. Isn't that fun? Isn't that cute?
That's what I love about my hair, is it's just so...
Yeah, I'll
all over
spin
the
the
place.
chair so that everyone can see. Yeah, I think people looking at this like, oh yeah, everyone had this haircut in the 80s at some point. This is totally the mall, short, layered, shaggy that they used to do back then. Totally 80s haircut.
That's what we want.
That's what we want. So this is the first one before we go even shorter.
No.
And is the fringe short enough? You have to ask Mom if the fringe is short enough or if the hair's short enough. See what Mom says. I'll be a second.
Shall I give her a call?
No, I'll show you what we do. So, heads shorter, tails short enough. See what Mom says. Heads shorter, tails short enough. And Mom says shorter. Mom says it's not short enough.
Not short enough.
No, so you know we gotta make Mom happy.
Always.
Yeah.
It's funny how much blonder that side's looking. Now it's short.
Yeah.
The concentration.
Yeah,
Real.
I'm trying to make Mom happy here. She wasn't happy, it wasn't short enough.
So satisfying watching pancake
I
cut.
know. Yeah.
Even if for me it is a bonus. So what made you fall in love with doing hair?
Grandma had a hair salon.
Did you help her out at all?
Yeah. No, I used to hang on the salon, you just absorb it all. Yeah, she'd be looking down from heaven and smiling at all this. She would have loved all this. She didn't get, of course, she didn't get a chance to see all this, but she would have loved it. And then that side of my family, I got cousins that, you know, from that side. I never talked to them anymore.
No.
They all became, after my grandparents died, everyone kind of just stopped talking. But not me, like I have nothing against them. It's that our parents stopped talking.
Right.
And then the cousins, it all falls from there, right? It all trickles down from there. So it became a huge disconnect. Because I think what happened was when my grandparents were well, and then they finally, my grandmother passed away, my grandpa died, and my grandmother, they were all fighting.
Yeah.
And they never came back, and they never recovered. So that affects cousins.
Yeah.
So I've never seen or heard from those cousins ever since. And that would be quite a while now. But they knew I was becoming a hairdresser, and they were like, oh, you're so lucky. Because I had one cousin that was close with my grandmother too, that she did become a hairdresser.
Yeah.
But she quit after she was already qualified. She became a carpenter.
Oh wow.
Because she decided it wasn't enough money. And but because she lives in Los Angeles, because my grandmother lived in Los Angeles, that's where her salon was, in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Carpenters work on film sets. Yeah. So she became a carpenter on film sets, which a lot of girls get into. Because, you know, it's not doing home renovations, things like that. Yeah, gets to slap it together. Like I have one of my clients in Wellington, a girl who's a carpenter but works on the film sets over there.
Yeah.
You know, and she does really well. So she does the carpentry for Avatar movies. That's her last big one, yeah. So they do a lot of like wooden structures but green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need like wooden structures. So she puts all these green wooden structures together for the sets, right? Because they're going to green screen it or whatever.
Yeah.
So she makes a lot of those.
That must be really fun.
Yeah. So if it's like something's going here and they're going to computerize it after, she has to make a green so the actor knows where it'll be.
I love the hustle and bustle of the city.
Me too. Bocas Street's getting a lot more character because they're putting in a lot more public housing around the street.
Mm-hmm.
So like Bocas Street's becoming like Detroit because you're getting a lot more. They're not allowed to drink in the public housing, so they have to come out. They have to come out to the street to drink.
Yeah.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, I want to hug you. Oh, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God. Has it gone a little?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, come on in.
How are you?
Yeah, Portsmouth. You're Essex, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's right, we're making fun of you.
Portsmouth.
And there was someone from Essex earlier. She just
Oh,
left
really?
like about half an hour ago. Yeah, so we were making fun of her. I was making fun of her. I said, oh, my other friend from Essex is coming, but I said that you put, yeah, she couldn't wait around.
Yeah.
She had to go.
Well, she said originally she was from London, and then
Yeah.
admitted that she was from Essex.
Yeah,
Essex, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Essex near
Yeah.
London, because I was
Yeah. So I was telling her about my ex from Essex. What I say? I said, when you date someone from Essex, it's like basically one day followed by like 3 years of annoying texts. They become a stalker. She goes, yeah, that's why I don't date anyone from Essex. I'm like, it's exactly what happened. It's like, oh my God, stop texting me. Actually, more than 3 years. I think it's 10 years later, we still text.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not often, not as often. But for a while there, it was like probably like 20 texts a day.
Oh my God,
It was like for years and years and years. It was like constant barrage of texts. It's so funny.
Sometimes you just click, just not in a romantic way.
And then what happened? I was flying to Toronto to visit family.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
I told you about that. And I'm like, and I said, oh yeah, we're going to Toronto. I'm gonna, we found out that I arrived on the 20th. I think booked a flight to arrive on the 23rd, like two days after. It's like, yeah, I arrived in Toronto like the 23rd. I'm like, what? It's like just after I arrived. Why are you going to Toronto? Because I thought we'd go clubbing and like have fun. I ghosted him. But in Toronto, the texts were constant, like 20 a day. What do you go? Blah blah blah. I was like, go to this place, go there. So I'd be coming there. But are you going to come out? Like, no.
Oh, I'm seeing family.
I came to visit family. I didn't even hook up even one night. But I was clicking out just to see family. What does Mom say now? Shorter or shorter good enough? Where did the coin go?
I don't know.
Where did I put the coin?
I thought it'd go over there. Not in your pocket, is it?
No. Oh, it's probably underneath something. There it is. It just got blended. So heads is shorter. Tails is good enough. Oh, Mom says shorter. I don't think we're going to go shorter.
Mom's wrong.
Mom's wrong. You sure, Mom? Oh, maybe we'll cut something shorter. Yeah, maybe Mom's right. We need to cut a little more.
Always trust Mom.
Yeah.
That natural wave.
Yeah. So you loving your hair?
I actually am really loving it.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not ready for another haircut yet? No. Still
Okay.
good. So you want another haircut tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I think, to be fair, I'm kind of enjoying it.
I'm liking it.
Growing out.
Yeah, me too. Because let it grow because it evolves as it grows.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're welcome to. If you sit in this chair, you'll get a haircut.
Yeah.
If it inspires you, you'll get a haircut. But you don't have to.
It's funny though, like you know how I was saying like, oh, I don't want my mum's haircut or whatever.
Yeah.
It literally is.
Yeah.
We were looking at photos and I look like my mum from about 30 years ago.
Yeah. But it doesn't bother you.
No, not at
No.
all.
We were saying the same about you. Like, you're going to look like your mom. Yeah.
Literally, I'll show you a picture in a minute. I'll look like
Yeah.
her twin.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I showed my mum and she was like, I feel like I'm looking at myself.
You like that?
Shaggy it is.
Shaggy, isn't that fun? Yeah, it's like I was saying, it's like every haircut in the mall in the 80s. Every kid had like short, layers, bit of length. Like this would have been considered long hair. It's like this is a long haircut from back then, but yeah, we can see. Not fun.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
You could grow out, you could get into some more stuff as well. Like,
Yeah, I could totally get him on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could vibe him on it, I think.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta flip the coin, see what Mom says again. So let's get a tails this time.
Come on, Mom.
Tails, good enough.
Yay.
Thanks, Mom.
Right, let's have a super sip.
And you're working and everything?
I'm interviewing on Monday.
Are you?
I've had like quite a few people
Yeah.
like, come back to me and stuff.
Now, when I told you last time, having short hair, does that change the way people see you in the interviews and whatnot? Do they take you more seriously, or do they just see
I
a
don't know, I
backpacker?
feel like I've been a bit more like confident going into
Yeah.
them. So.
Yeah, because it does. Yeah, it does the confidence booster. It also sets you apart because majority are long hair anyway. Then the one with the
Yeah.
short hair. So you may get someone say, "Oh, we should call that one with the short hair back."
Yeah.
You know, especially if it's like front staff, like
Yeah.
barista or things like that. So it does have that. It sets you apart.
Yeah.
So it does make a difference. I always say jobs and apartments, because landlords are very
Yeah.
critiquey, and short haircuts or conservative looking haircuts, like professional looking haircuts, absolutely. like a bob, like what you got, like absolutely,
Yeah.
it makes a big difference. Especially Wellington, because they're so judgy, critiquey. You want a job in an apartment? Get a haircut. Seriously.
Especially hospo here as well.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are so. I've never been to a place that's so particular about who they hire for hospitality.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's mind
I think
blowing.
it's because they can.
Yeah.
They can. There's so many people that they could hire. They won't just go for anyone.
Yeah.
It's why I try and go for like the niche jobs.
Yeah.
The ones that people don't really want to do.
It's making me appreciate how long it must have taken people to get ready in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
just to achieve the volume.
Yeah. But you know why? They didn't have smartphones.
Yeah.
They had nothing
Yeah,
better
that's
to
true. They
do.
weren't-
Right, why don't people do this anymore? Because they got smartphones. They don't have the time for it. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Like literally, I remember my mum having this
Really?
haircut. Like,
Oh,
literally.
absolutely. I love it. Like I said, if you walked down the aisle with this hair, I would go, I would say yes. I would say I
had to
do.
have, like, the pink. My mum even got married in pink.
Really. There's just something so fun about like big hair, like with that much like volume in it.
Look number one.
Oh, Olivia. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that looks so cool.
Isn't that gorgeous? Wait till you see the back.
That looks so much fun.
Oh my
That is amazing.
god. I
Wow.
love this.
Your hair like
I
has
am
taken-
crushing.
So-
Sorry, Canadian boyfriend, I have a little crush. But not on your girlfriend, on your girlfriend's hair. Oh my god, look at this hair. That is amazing.
It sat so well.
It does. We'll have to grab some after shots of it. And then we'll take a break.
It's one thing I love about my hair. It holds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really holding
It holds.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on
And
over
this
here,
is-
stand
this
over
is
here.
Like, so we said this is my outfit. This isn't even something we got dressed up in.
Yeah.
So I turned up.
It looks great with your outfit, to be honest.
Perfect. Oh, that's haircut number one. I'm gonna spin you.
The back is amazing.
this.
I love it.
Look at this. It's like the girl that works in the Alamo car rental in like Phoenix, Arizona or something like that. Oh my god, like 1984.
Which is crazy because
Yeah?
I've just got a job doing
We're gonna sit down and hang out
caravan,
for a bit.
like
Did you?
caravan campervan territory.
Let's see. Which one today for you, Stripey?
Yeah, why
I like
not?
Stripey on you because you have that kind of contemporary image.
You're doing kind of stripes today.
Yeah.
And my choice or your choice? My choice. And then same rule as always, every time you appear in front of this camera getting a haircut, you get $50. So Nick, you're gonna have some fun money for tonight. Yeah. Slide your glasses off. Cool. Yeah, that's going. I just bought this today. Scoot it a little bit. This one's for doing flat tops, but I don't know if you want a flat top or not. Too much for you. Ask Mom if that's high enough with the clippers and see what Mom says. I think it's high enough, but we'll just see what Mom says. Where did Mom go? We gotta find a new place for Mom because I keep losing her.
Well.
There's Mom. The Queen is Mom. The Queen is our
Queen's
mom.
mom, yeah.
So Queen, if it's Queen side, it's shorter. If it's tail size, it's good enough. See what Mom says. The Queen says, good enough.
I think I've got tails on every coin toss with you.
Did you? That's so funny, isn't it? Hey, come on over. Let's wash your hair. So did you travel anywhere or you just been around Wellington?
I've just been around Wellington. Yeah.
You should have
Sort
joined
of
us when
vibing.
we do a couple of like road trips around the region.
Oh really?
We did it with a French girl and a Spanish girl
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. I should have texted you because it's a chance for you to get out to we went out the coast that day.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really.
I should have thought to text you. But next time I'm doing something like that, I'll text you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because it's nice to get out of the Wellington
Yeah.
and do those things because I have a car and everything. But next time we do that, we'll text you. The French girl, we took her on an adventure. The Spanish girl was so cool.
Really.
Yeah, but we took her to like a barber up the coast to get a stupid haircut. She had curly hair, so we asked for the Dora the Explorer.
Oh, love that.
So we were like driving up and down the coast looking for a barber that would do this haircut, and then no one would do it. They were like, we don't do girls' hair. We eventually found this Samoan guy. He's like, yeah, I'll do that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like-
He's like Dora the Explorer. We're like, yeah. He's like, y'all do that. He thought it was funny. And I don't think he's ever had a female customer ever. But he thought he was like, yeah, that's cool, I'll do that. So he did it anyway. But I could tell when he's cutting hair, like he doesn't have female customers, but he probably has sisters.
Yeah.
Because
of
supposed to have huge
course,
families.
yeah.
So he's probably cut girls' hair, just family only, or his
Yeah,
mom or
yeah,
whoever,
yeah.
but never like a female customer. So, but he was into it.
I always wonder with barbers, like, what are they doing when men with really long hair are coming in?
So my ex used to have to go to a female.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he had hair down here. Like,
Is that like his preference, or because barbers didn't want to cut his
like
hair?
most of the barbers wouldn't touch it. They wouldn't do a standard trim on him. But he had like dead straight Scandinavian blonde
So
hair.
many guys have long hair these days, though. You'd think that it'd be something barbers would get in on.
Nah,
yeah, it depends on the country and the training as well, because everywhere's slightly different. I know in England they do the like we're guys hair, we're guys barbers. Yeah, they don't like the whole girl thing coming in there.
They didn't mind when I used to have like sideburns, like when I was a size cut.
Yeah.
Like they didn't mind doing that for me, but they wouldn't touch the top part of my hair. They would just put a bun and then shave and do whatever they wanted on the side, but they wouldn't touch the top.
So weird.
Yeah. Now New Zealand in general, like if it's Kiwi stock, those barbers are like, yeah, we don't do girls. Now if it's the Muslim dudes in this country, yeah, they'll do it. And I respect that so much. You know why? Like the old school Kiwis, like, no, we don't do girls. Yeah, because Kiwis are like, boys go to boys' school, girls go to school.
Yeah.
Boys go to barbers, girls go to hairdressers. Yeah, that's their culture. Yeah.
I've not thought about that.
I have a lot of respect for the Muslim dudes, and here's why: the Muslim dudes will never turn away a girl giving her a haircut. But you have to consider, they come from countries where girls wear burqas. They're not even allowed to look at girls' hair, but they will not refuse a girl. So I have a lot of respect for the Muslim guys for doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then the one barber, like I said, that day, the only one barber we could get to do it was Simone. And he was cool. He was like total, like, big rugby Simone dude. He was like, yeah, I'll do that. He was, and he had fun doing it. I mean, while he was cutting it, we were making jokes. He thought it was so funny. He's trying to figure out, he goes, how do you guys know each other?
You're such a weird
like,
band of people.
yeah, because, it's Spanish girl, a Canadian guy, and a French girl. Oh, that French girl had so much fun. Because it was the anxiety of having a haircut and at a barber. And because people with curly hair freak out over getting haircuts because a bad one really ruins it. Do you know what happened at the end of it? Because I said, oh, don't worry about whatever he does, I'll fix it after.
Yeah.
The haircut was perfect.
Really?
I didn't fix it after.
Good.
It was perfect. He nailed it. This guy nailed it. So I looked at it and I said, I'm not fixing this after. That's art. Like, that's just perfect. You have to keep that. So she's like, yeah, I like it. She liked it. She got the Dora the Explorer and she liked it. And he went right to the bottom of the ear. I told him, like, because we were doing high. He goes, like, like, can we do it? She's like, can we do it? I was like, no, right to the bottom of the ear. I said, before going in there, she shut down. And, like, I said, oh, you don't have to talk. I'll tell him what to do. You just pretend you're French. You don't know what. I said, yeah, like, the boom and boom. He goes, the barber said, like, Dora the Explorer. I said, exactly. Right to the bottom of the ear. And then he just went, bump, bump, bump. And then he cleaned it right up the back. And then to the fringe.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
With curls, that's such a cool look.
I know, it's such a cool look. And then after it backfired because she thought it was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Her curl sat perfect.
Oh,
Sat perfect.
so
So I said, look, what an experience. She walked out of that barber shop. I said, you're never going to be afraid for a haircut ever again. She said, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. She got over her fear of haircutting.
I know a few of my friends who had a massive fear of haircutting.
Yeah.
Like, crazy. Like, I used to have a fear of a dentist, but they had a huge fear of the haircut. Whereas I'm like, sort of person like, hey, you're a hairdresser, do something to my head.
Yeah.
See this? Have fun.
I was more like, I used to just get annoyed because my hair is so kind of like, I feel like it's easy for it to just do one thing. I would go and get a haircut and it would just look exactly the same after I'd come out of it.
Well, I don't think that was
Not anymore.
Oh, now your fear of haircutting's gone too. Now you're like, you love sitting here. This is fun for you.
Yeah.
I walked in and said to him, it's like, yeah, you can do what you want. He was just like, right, let's see hair. Oh, I could just see the images flashing in his eyes. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got inspired.
Yeah.
I had one hairdresser hand my hair over to another hairdresser to finish drying when I used to have it like really long because it just took so long to dry.
Okay, we'll have to ask Mom if that's short enough. Head's shorter, tail's good enough. You have a good one on tails, so. Head's shorter. So what I'll do, we'll dry it for a bit and we'll have a look at it and maybe we'll cut a little more of it.
And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, really? She's like, oh, I'm so emotionally attached to my hair. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone's different. Oops, sorry.
It's alright.
said shorter.
Mhm.
Not really. I'm just gonna go over it a bit. Then she just break it up. I don't want it shorter. Lita Ford was that girl's name, the one who Ozzy Osbourne came over for dinner, Easter dinner. Lita Ford, you can look her up. I actually, it's a woman, like she's middle aged now. I admire her. Like,
I
she's
admire
put
her inviting Ozzy Osbourne round to her parents for
Yeah.
Easter dinner. Like that's quite a
Yeah.
ballsy move.
Yeah, that is in the first place. But I think she was one of those, like she's a fabulous musician, an amazing woman, but she had a few bad boyfriends back in the 80s. You know, like guys back then taking advantage.
Yeah.
And I think that blew her confidence quite a lot back then. So you have to recover from that. I think modern women know better.
Yeah.
You would think, you would hope, you would hope. But that's kind of that time. I think the music industry was filled with people preying on predators and whatnot.
God, yeah.
Oh my God, it was.
I mean, it's harder to do now with like so much information at your hand with like smartphones and how easy it is to like send that information anywhere. But it probably still happens behind closed doors.
And I like the short hair shows off all your piercings and all these little features and things that you couldn't see before. There was a guy that came in this week with his girlfriend. We did a hair video. She was French. He was Moroccan. But he was a barber. He started as a barber, but he gave her like this kind of like shoulder length haircut. Her hair was really long. And then I think this haircut modeling thing, he wanted her to do it.
Yeah.
Because I ended up giving her a short bob, like you know your bob that you had?
Yeah.
Like a bob like that. And I got him to wash it and blow dry it. Oh, he loved it. But you know what? This is the sort of thing, the more hair you cut on this girl, the more he loves it.
Yeah.
But that's, and I said to both, I said, that's what love is, right?
Yeah.
Like the more I'm cutting, the more he's seeing the girl underneath it all. And then this is like what, and the bob, she's like, that's as short as I'm ever going to go. Like she's a French girl from Nice.
Yeah.
Likes long hair. It's the Moroccan dude she would never have short hair if it wasn't for the Moroccan dude, right? But I don't know, you know, you're in Wellington, you're living the dream. So I said to them, I said, you guys met in New Zealand? Yeah. What are you going to do? I said, oh, we're going to go back to Paris. No, to France. They're going to go back to France. No, Nice. Because it's close to Morocco anyway. But they can't sponsor for New Zealand. They're neither of them are from here. I said to him, so you're going to become France a citizen?
Yeah,
He says,
well,
yeah,
I mean, he
yeah.
already speaks the language, so...
Yeah, no. But it's also, it's close to Morocco. I thought it was a cool, nice little love story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was he ever gorgeous? She's so pretty. But you know what? She's one of those blonde hair, blue eyed French girls.
Yeah.
But she would have nice long blonde hair. The bob was cute on her. But, you know, she'll grow it back eventually. But, yeah. But you could tell that love he had for her. Oh, you could just, it was really beautiful. Really beautiful. But same with you. Like, you cut your hair short, you see more girl.
Yeah.
Right? And if I was your boyfriend, I would love that. I was like, I can see more of my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
You're not seeing anyone though at the moment. No, you're not.
No,
You're just someone back
still,
home.
like, date people casually.
Oh yeah. But that's Wellington, living the dream of Wellington or New Zealand or whatever. The Spanish girl I was hanging out with was the best. She says, she just goes on like quick dates with Mari dudes.
Oh wow, okay.
She's like, oh, the Mari dudes. She's out of the Mari dudes. And she said there's one Mari guy in Auckland that she keeps flying back to go see. Yeah, when in New Zealand, yeah.
You know, try the local cuisine as they say.
Yeah. I liked her because she was like one of those Spanish girls from Spain, but with short hair like yours.
Yeah.
Always short hair. She's never had long hair. Always short hair. And then she's like, you could tell with the Marty, she's like, she's calling the shots. She's like, you want some food? You're like, she's like, come here. She's totally calling the shots. I thought she was awesome. Yeah, I love this. Oh, it's cuter and cute. It's
cute.
so fun.
You look stunning with this.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So, we'll get tails now. No, heads.
Heads
Wait a
again.
minute. Yeah, no, we're not
Right
gonna
way
get shorter.
straight.
We're just gonna have to tell Mom that's good enough, Mom. That's short enough, Mom. Well, one more second. Maybe we should do a curling iron on it.
Yeah.
You want a curling iron?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, that's what Mom said. It wasn't good enough, so we'll just
You
turn that
obviously
shorter
need
into a
something.
curling iron.
I've never been at home on my own type drinker.
I don't know.
No, I don't either. I never have alcohol.
Yeah.
My kids have never seen me drink. Unless I'm,
Yeah.
the only time they see me drink is like family things or like trips to Canada or whatever.
Yeah,
But they
yeah.
never see me drink around the house. No. I won't do that. There you are, 9-year-old 80s coiffed.
God, now I am my mum from the 80s.
Definitely. Definitely. We'll do a blast of hairspray for you. I like the little bit of hairspray. Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me
Cool.
too. It's so fun. You can go out today with it like that too. It's not,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. It's just Wellington, right? It's funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
I'll spin the chair so everyone can see. Thanks for coming for another haircut, Mim. You come every month for a haircut if you want.
Yeah, totally. The beast.
Yeah. Cool. I'll do some after shots for you.
Deep fluff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love the have fun with it. Everyone kind of goes.
Cool. Next.
Next. Time to do transformation.
I've heard so many great things about you, I had to come in.
Oh, fun. Oh, this still sitting really well. And then if you do, they'll play around a little bit before we cut more. But I always like these things. These were a thing back then.
Oh my god, I used to have these when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Do you remember them?
Yeah.
You could do both sides if you wanted to.
You used to have that little like pretend mohawk type thing.
Yeah.
It's very like, it's
Yeah.
giving such like UK soap from the 80s.
Yes.
East
This is
I mean,
this hair
Corrie,
is
actually.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
This hair is so English.
So,
Cool. So what are
funny.
we doing now? Short,
Short.
short and curling iron.
Yeah.
Short sides and back, just long enough on top for curling iron.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, give me a second. I'll grab a towel. Oh, let's get you changed too.
Yeah.
So I think for that look, you want to be this kind of outfit, that kind of attire.
Yeah.
So you can go get changed around the corner there.
So we'll get changed on camera, don't we? Not that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
that'd be welcome. Come and show the camera.
I love this with the boots.
Oh, guys, that
Yeah,
gorgeous.
with the boots.
Yeah.
So cool.
And with this hair, it all goes
I love
together.
that.
We'll do another little shoot
I was
with
like,
this,
I was like, oh my god, breathe.
with your wardrobe change. Yeah, we'll just do a few from the front. Do a curtsy. Oh,
Oh, it really suits you.
yeah. Cool.
The best. Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's so cute, eh? Yeah. That's when I first met her. I was like, "You're already a retro girl, just not the hair."
Yeah.
So it's time to do the hair. Are we still doing pink or purple this time?
Oh, let's change it up because this has got more purple in it. than
Yeah,
I
because
think.
you're wearing a purple outfit, so I think we're gonna do a. There's a dark purple and light purple. I think we're gonna do a dark purple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna dark.
and you know, go. Just put that like that. goes with you.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
All colour coding and stuff.
Cool. Mim, do you want to wash hair or you want me to wash hair? Did you wash hair last time?
I didn't wash hair last time.
Oh, that's funny. Do you want to wash hair? You want to do
Yeah,
yeah, of course.
go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to take my glasses off.
Cool, so there's your water. You can adjust the temperature here. We'll do it a little bit lower for you because it's new for you. Have you ever washed hair before? No, it's fun. So basically you can just get your hand in there, you can cup it and you just go boom, boom, boom. Go, have fun. Live in the dream.
No, it doesn't get a tiny mark.
And then the towel. Good job.
So much easier with a hair short.
Yeah, yeah.
We can come over.
Sat on the scalp right above my bum.
Oh, this outfit does look so cool with the dots.
It does, I know.
It like.
I think that's one of my favorite of my retro, my retro
done,
collection.
Like, so edgy and like
Yeah.
fun and really easy as well. Like.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna look really cool with the short haircut as well.
yeah. Was I joking? I had a client this week who's taking fashion at Massey,
Yeah.
right? And then I said, oh, you know, what are you gonna do with that on the road? She said, let's do it. Oh, you can go get, you know, experience overseas with, you know, because what's so much in New Zealand. But I said to her, said as a joke, I said, wouldn't it be funny if I got myself into a fashion show? And like I'm not a designer, but like I faked my way into it, and all of my stuff on my runway walk were stuff I found in Salvation Army, and I got away with it. Everyone's like doing the walk with their outfits. So I'm like, it's just a bunch of crap I found in Salvation Army, and no one detected.
If you sold it well enough.
Oh my God!
Believe you.
She laughed. I said, you know what? I bet you I could get away with it. I bet you like something or whatever. No one does their research or the background check. And I just sent a bunch of models out with stuff I found in the Salvation Army.
Like beautiful retro.
And then all the douchebags, oh, that's very retro and whatever they say. I'm like, oh,
I was so inspired.
so inspired. She laughed. I said, oh, it'd be so fun if I could pull that off. That'd be the ultimate like YouTube prank, pranking a fashion show. Okay, so what does Mum want? What did Mum say?
Short, curling iron.
Curling iron, long enough on top, and blast it with a yeah, that's what Mum wants.
We know better than to argue with Mum.
No, we don't argue with Mum, because Mum is the queen.
Dad, on the other hand.
Yeah, Dad doesn't care.
I do think it's funny that they've not changed any of the currency since Charles has come into power.
Yeah, so do I. I thought we'd have seen King Charles by now.
Because I didn't realise that like the coins here had the Queen on until I got here, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so it's part of the Commonwealth, same with Australia.
Yeah.
But no, they decided because he's too old, it would cost too much money to change the currency.
Really, is that why they're not changing it
Yeah.
in the UK as well?
Well, I was like, well, surely they could
I
just do like a
think
generic
it's just not
plan.
due.
Yeah.
The redesign just isn't due.
Yeah, I mean they've done the stamps, but
I think
they kind of
I think
have
the
to
problem
do
is the
that.
Queen had the redesign so many times.
Yeah.
They just don't need to do one with her now, so they'll probably wait until like William becomes
Yeah.
king.
Also, I think people kind of like still see her a bit more as like the Queen.
Yeah. He hasn't really got much to say, has he?
No.
Poor man, he's like a bumbling idiot.
Oh yeah, but it's not as healthy as his mom. But I made the comment we were I gossip online on one of these forums, which is just a bunch of old dudes. The forums, are not social media kind of thing.
Yeah.
Forums are like from the 80s or 90s or whatever. I still go on one because I like the interaction. They're more intelligent on there than like Facebook. But we were talking about the king. And I said, he probably won't be coming to New Zealand ever. I doubt it if he ever will.
Yeah.
He'll go to Australia, but I doubt if he ever come here. Because he was just in Guernsey, right?
Yeah.
And I said, he's due to go to Australia, but I don't think he'll ever get to New Zealand. And he said, oh, look at that advantage. I said, no, he's not healthy like his mum. I think you're going to find an Australian trip, and then that's about it. It's just he won't get much more out of it. No.
Horrendous circulation as well.
Yeah.
He can't be on those long haul flights.
Yeah. No, he's not healthy like his mum was. And that's fine. He can just be that king. Like everyone has their different, run, right? They're not all the same.
No.
That's just that's him as a king.
I mean, he came into it really late, though, didn't he?
Yeah, all his friends were retired, and he hasn't even started his career yet. So I mean, that's kind of crazy.
You've been on hold your entire life, basically.
You prepped your whole life for that job, and then he's like waiting to start his career, and all his friends have already retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy. There's things about him I like, because he's all about the environment. He's all about not using animal product.
Yeah.
He's the first one to be anointed with oil that didn't use any animal. So there's things about that I like about him.
Yeah.
So, that's all cool. He's a king of our era, a king of our time.
I think the fact that he's like still willing to stand up for what he wants to say, he isn't just doing a lot of people thought he was going to take the throne and be very sit backy.
Yeah.
Like take the throne but kind of just for show. But it sounds like he's had a bit of a agenda from quite early on, I think. And it's not necessarily a bad agenda. I'll tell you who used to crack me up though, just because whenever I saw him I knew something ridiculous was going to come out, was Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
I didn't support him, but he was like just the most, you just would not have been able to tell what he was going to say next.
Yeah.
He was just entertaining to watch.
I don't think it should ever be allowed for like any statesman like of any kind to have been like had a newspaper column like he did before.
Yeah.
Like
I think he was the best mayor of London, and they should have left it at that.
He was
I didn't mind him as mayor of London.
Yeah, he was just like
nothing
a
wrong with
little
him.
mascot.
And then even at the time,
Mayor of
when he was mayor of London, he even at that time declared he never wants to be prime minister. He used to say it all the time when he was the mayor of London.
I think because he was so popular as the mayor of London.
Yeah.
That they were like, oh, we're going to make him prime minister because everyone's going to love him. And it was like, oh. And then Trump came into power and it was just like those two sitting in like their bobbly yellow hair just bobbling around. And you were like, oh my god. So many memes came out about that. There was one of these two Jack Russells screaming at each other, and at the end it just fades into a picture of Trump. And I was like, well, they're not wrong.
Yeah. We need to bring back balance to the force. Everything is not balanced yet.
Well, because who's running against Trump at the minute? Because Biden's pulled out now.
They haven't selected this. They're all backing Camilla at the moment, but it's not. They have to have their convention to make it official.
Oh, okay.
So it's not official yet. Kamala, I have to pronounce Kamala.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. No, she's. I don't want to get into politics. I'm not American anyway.
No.
I just find an interesting fact about her. She went to high school in Montreal,
Really?
Canada. Yeah. Now her parents were, her dad's Jamaican, her mom's Indian, from California. But what happened was her parents divorced when she was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
And her mom got custody of her, and her mom took a job at McGill University in Montreal. So she moved to Montreal, mother and daughter. So her mom was single mom in Montreal, raising Kamala. Now Kamala first, I think she went to a private school, but then switched over to, I think it's called Westmount High School, which is a very cool high school in Montreal. Diversity, you name it. Like it's like Find the White Kid. It's like very diverse, right?
Yeah.
And then if you look at her high school pictures, there's one guy underneath her picture named Shelby.
Yeah.
The guy, oh my god, I gotta show you like he's like famous for like Friday Night and blah blah blah. Like this guy, when I saw, I was like, oh my god, what happened to the Shelby guy? Like he's a character, you could tell. It's the funniest thing ever. Is a black guy. I'm like, oh my god, like screw Camilla. I want to know what happened to this guy. But it's the same high school that Leonard Cohen went to. Like it's really cool Montreal high school. Yeah, yeah. So she went to the same high school that Leonard Cohen went to. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So politics aside, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now the other thing that happened when she was finished her last year of high school, when she was finishing, she had her best friend in that high school. He was also a black girl. Now her best friend's father was abusing her, so her mother took her into their house and she lived with her mom for a year. The last year of high school, her best friend lived with her for a year because her mom said, "No, you get out of that house." So her mom brought her into the house to protect this young girl. Yeah. And then what happened? Camilla got into a U.S. university, and then that was her back to the USA. So she left when she was 12, 18 years old or 19. That she got into a U.S. university, and law, I guess it was, because she was a state attorney, wasn't she?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. And so when she got into the U.S. universities, Canada's behind her now. But I still think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But I wonder if the same malarkey's going to come up about her, like, she's not true American.
Oh, whatever.
Which always comes
I ignore that stuff. Like I said, I'm not American. It's their politics, not mine.
Yeah.
They can decide as a nation.
We have a bad enough politics. So
Yeah.
we're all-
Whatever happens, whatever. I'm in New Zealand. I'm so far away. If it's Trump, it's like watching the House of Cards. It's like what's gonna happen next? You know?
Oh, that is a good show.
Yeah. So it's like watching the House of Cards, but in real world.
I miss having a friend.
Yeah.
Still thinking about like the fact that New Zealand, what you were saying about that New Zealand schools being so separate and stuff.
Yeah.
I had noticed it, but I hadn't really thought about it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Why
lot
is
of.
that? Is it just like
Based
how
on
it's always been?
Commonwealth traditionalism. I always say like Australia and New Zealand still hold on to a lot of those traditions.
Yeah.
And I think even England's moved on. Canada's absolutely Canada moved on.
But I
There's
think
no
it's-
boys' schools, girlfriends, no boys' school, girls' school uniforms in Canada, unless it's like a private school type thing or a religious school. But in general, public education, no, boys and girls are mixed, no uniforms. And
Yeah.
Toronto District School Board is the only school board on the planet that doesn't have a dress code, period.
Yeah.
So a girl can wear whatever she wants. She can go to school, high school just like a prostitute. She's allowed. The school doesn't dictate what you can and cannot wear. Now, here's what happens. If you wore a swastika at school, that's not breaching a school rule. That's breaching a public rule. So you'd be denied entry into a library or a school or that would deny you entry, but that's not a school rule. That's just
But I think that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, you know what happens when you got rid of the dress code? Does that mean girls go to school dressed like a prostitute? No. It does the opposite. It's when you create the rules that teenage girls or boys want to push the boundaries. When you get rid of all rules, I'd argue that they've already said it. Toronto High School is the most frumpy dressed school in the world because they can wear what they want. Like, cool, I think I'll just wear trousers and a jumper and it's the frumpiest. They're just so frumpy because they're allowed to do whatever they want and then they don't do anything.
I remember I went to, so my niece was going to do, she's doing a dance degree.
Yeah.
And she wants to become a teacher, but she wants to become a teacher at her old school, and her old school's a Catholic school. So they're still really funny about like piercings and stuff like that. Now she's got this tattoo, beautiful tattoo, but it's really easy to cover up. And I said perfect. But she's had her nose pierced. And they were like really funny about her having a nose pierced because they don't let students do it, so they won't let teachers do it. And I was just like, I was sitting there going, where in the Bible does it say you can't have a nose piercing?
Yeah.
Where was that entry?
Yeah.
Like, because surely that's the reason you're having an issue with this. Surely it's not anything else. But,
Yeah.
But my school was the same, strict uniform, to the point that they were like, you're not allowed to have multi-tonal hair.
Right.
Oh, mine was the same. Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
insane.
you went to last time. I think you said you went to a Catholic school or something.
I went to like a Catholic primary school, but it wasn't. That was just like the school, the like primary school in our area. Like there wasn't really a choice.
Yeah, you were.
And then the secondary school I went to was like a grammar school, so
Yeah.
that actually was a single-sex high school, and that was really strict because it was all girls. But
So I went to a mixed senior school or high school. And I didn't go to a religious one, but my nieces have done. But again, it's like catchment area, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, my school uniform was crazy though. We had like because it was like all girls, they were very like funny about their uniform, and they wanted it to be quite a like I don't know, I think they wanted to like elevate their school uniform, so it was like more than like a standard like what a normal school would be.
Right.
Even though it's just a grammar school. We had like yellow blouses, like open collar blouses, so like no ties or anything, and like blue and yellow tartan kilts basically, and like navy blue jumpers with a blue stripe. It was horrible.
See, I was quite lucky. Mine was black and green, but like white shirt, black and green tie, black blazer if you wanted to wear it, or black trousers or a black skirt. But boys were allowed to wear shorts. And I just felt like very American Idiot, like very easily pop punk, if he wanted to be. And they weren't that worried about the shoes or anything like that. They were more just like, and then when I got to like year 11, they started being really weird about the uniform. Like everyone must wear the same colour shoe, and everyone must wear, not allowed to wear leggings, and just got a bit weird. Towards the end.
Oh, I was mad.
That long hair.
We weren't like allowed to wear like our hair down or anything. It was very.
Had to be up. Yeah, New Zealand girls' schools can be like that. They have to have their hair up.
I remember that my school used to really like penalise girls who wanted to have like braids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now my daughters just go to a regular school here, boys and girls mixed uniforms. I don't care for any of that stuff, but a lot of people, the schools here are so important to them. Like they want to get them into, but it's based on their family traditions as well. Because a lot of babies aren't even born yet; their mom's pregnant, and they're already wanting to enroll them into these schools because their father went there, their grandfather, their great great. So there's a lot of tradition in New Zealand. I'm not from here, so I don't care. My kids can choose what they want. But that started to change now. Like the kids, the next generation, this generation now starts to break those traditions because they don't, you know, well, your grandfather went there. Like, oh, you know, parenting's changing now.
Yeah.
Well, I just think like all the values of like non-mixed schools are just stupid because it's just.
This is a bit longer than what I was going to go for at first, but I'm just playing around with it. I know, like it, but without that one. That's what Mum says.
That's kind of the whole point of you doing this, playing around with it, having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine doing a hair modelling and then not enjoying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like a conversation I was having in the hostel last night with this guy from Turkey.
Oh, Turks are the best. I love Turkish dudes.
And he was telling me
Good
about
sense of humor? Or is he intense?
Risky,
oh, he's intense?
Risky sense of
Oh,
humor.
because I've known some Turks and they have the best sense of humor.
Oh yeah, like one of my best friends back home. Absolutely love him.
Yeah.
He's the funniest guy in the world. And then like a pretend perm.
Yeah. Oh, I actually love this.
Me too.
I've gone from like Austin Powers to Lady Diana.
Yeah, this is very English. Yeah, because even Diana had her short hair phase where she would coif it like this with curling irons. Her hairdresser. She had a good hairdresser because he was always planning like 3 hairstyles ahead.
Yeah.
Every time he was doing her hair, so he was always had a plan for the next 3. So that's why her hair was always evolving. Yeah, he was clever.
Almost scared her.
Sit down, grab a seat up, push it back, spin the chair.
Oh, I actually managed to sit down in this whole time. Oh wow, look at that.
Cool.
I feel like I need really big earrings now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Big
really
statement.
colourful, like plastic ones.
Yeah. Oh, there's a strangler. How's one here?
One long hair.
I'm not sure which one I like better, this one or the other one. I don't know, I love them both. And then yeah, if you wanted modern, you just wash it.
Yeah,
Let it dry natural. Yeah, it's just like, you know. Cool, let's take some shots of it. So we'll stand behind the chair, and you can, all three of us will stand behind the chair, and we'll do a wrap up with the YouTube here. So here we are. Kimberly we did 2 haircuts, and then Mim came by for a little visit, and ended up sitting in the chair too, and we went shorter. And I'm thinking this is your best so far.
Yeah, 100%.
I like it better than the last one. And a little curling iron was for fun, and this was fun. We'll just do a little fun, and then yours as well. A little bit of a curling iron, which it actually kind of took a little bit. And yeah, so as usual, leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. And you're going to disappear from Wellington and back in September, so this will grow a little bit, and we will have you back in the chair. And we were mentioning maybe re-permit or something, but we'll see. There's got some length to it. And then we'll see what happens. You'll be back. Yeah, because we're going to maybe start growing your hair, but maybe not, because a month will go by, and you're feeling the back growing, growing in with it, and you're like, can you just buzz my back again? And we're like, yeah, sure, grab a seat. So we'll see what happens. You're yet to be determined, but it's your second haircut in a month, because last haircut was a month ago. So yeah, and the journey continues. Thank you guys. Bye, tubers. Love you. Bye.